Yo, are we back? Looks like the stream was ended. Here go live, yo. Oh, hold on. Something is going on. So it's telling me my Rumble feed is not live. See, they done got you, player. They done got you, player. Yo, we back. Did we come back? It's saying my I'm on Rumble too, but it's saying my Rumble is stopped. I don't know. It says the Rumble stream was ended or deleted on Rumble. Oh man. Don't go live in the 24 hours. So if you created a while ago, then oh man. Or just remove the destination. No. Remove the destination from the stream, then re-add it. Oh man. So I guess on Rumble is it cut the stream on Rumble, so I don't have time to go back and put it back up. But the power went out on the block just as we were getting ready to go get into the stuff. The power just went out on the block, so apparently we're back. Hopefully, because it even got my phone messed up. I couldn't even view my phone. Hold on. I think it knocked out the cell tower too, because I don't even have cell service. Everything got shut down. So now the power's back up, but I don't know if the cell tower's back up. But where did we leave off? Oh, Trump trying to invade Nigeria is where we left off. Because he's trying to go get the minerals. He's trying to get the minerals. But dumbass Nicki Minaj or Dickie Minaj or Icky Minaj, she came out and she was praising Donald Trump because some people really think that it is Christians being persecuted over there. So I stopped in the middle of the live stream. It got stopped. So let me go back and replay what's actually going on in Nigeria. God damn, it got me. The Khazarians. You know, I showed last week how I was being watched in Khazaria as we were doing the live stream. So I'm not going to necessarily say that they did something because all the power was knocked out around here on the block. But I don't know. If it was you, Khazarians? I'm just saying. So let's see if we can get this going again. Because this was kind of crazy. There we go. Let's see. Oops. All right. There we go. We back. So the reason Trump is invading Nigeria, we got to go back a little bit. I know you saw the first part. Oops.
Apple pie cookie.
They're killing record numbers of Christians.
Well, I'll just replay it because we got cut off. So I'll replay it. So the reason Trump is invading Nigeria.
They're killing record numbers of Christians in Nigeria.
The U.S. president has called on Nigeria's government to halt what he says is the killing of Christians by Islamist militants. If they don't, he says, the U.S. will cut off all aid to the country and launch a fast, vicious attack.
Do you envisage U.S. boots on the ground?
Could be. I mean, a lot of things I envisage, a lot of things.
Nigerian President Bola Ahmed Tinubu rejected Trump's characterization of the country in quite a lengthy social media post. So what's really going on? Well, Nigeria's...
Really quick, I hope it's not because I just told you guys how to about the discharging of the debt. Don't say that's why you cut me off, Google. But I don't know if that got posted. I was talking about that dude Nicholas Burns and then debt discharge. I did a whole thing on debt discharge. Went off script and everything. So if it didn't record, go back and check out the channel of Nicholas Burns and debt discharge, and that's what you want to get into in the future for when the money system crashes, because you won't need money. But back to Trump invading Nigeria, which is crazy as hell.
Population of about 230 million people is roughly split between Christians and Muslims. It does have a long history of ethnic violence driven by access to resources such as land and water, and terrorism by the likes of Boko Haram and the Islamic State that largely kills Muslims. Trump's intervention, though, marks an escalation amid claims from U.S.
So it's actually mostly Muslims getting killed over there. But Trump is like, no, it's the Christians. Because it is the Christians too. It's really bad. I just saw a bad video. Christians are getting taken out, but it's everybody. Boko Haram and all those damn militant groups over there are killing everybody, mostly Muslims. But Trump, no, they're killing Christians. They gotta go save the Christians. And then dumbass Nicki Minaj like, yeah, they're killing Christians in Nigeria. Like, if you don't shut your dumbass up, girl, go worry about your goddamn husband in jail. Or that's what you need to worry about. You worry about Christians over in Nigeria. Worry about that nigga you married to.
Right-wing politicians and commentators that citizens are being targeted for their religion. The reality is that while there is religious violence in Nigeria, most of it is based on resources and criminality. But like his predecessors, Tinubu has largely failed to tackle the country's security crisis. Trump's comments, though, echo his claims there's a genocide against white Afrikaner farmers in South Africa, which led him to offer them refugee status in the U.S. It's not clear he'll do the same with Nigerian Christians, but Abuja now faces a similar challenge to Pretoria, persuading a president who rarely backs down from a claim, no matter the evidence against it, that he's wrong.
They're killing record numbers of Christians in Nigeria.
Real quick, I talked about the Sudanese one last week. I talked about that last week. Yes, there's a genocide going on in the Sudan too. Yes. Talked about that last week. But so yeah, there's genocides going on all over the place. But the America want to act like the only genocide or the only killings they care about is in the countries that can't fight back. That he goes after them again. Venezuela and Nigeria. So, and the Nigerian president, I was looking at a video with a cat who's from Nigeria, who's in the government over there, and he basically said that what's going to happen is Nigeria is not going to fight back. The president is going to say something. I'm going to show you that he had a response. Let me see if I can show you the president's response. And then basically Trump is going to give him some type of ultimatum. They're going to do what Zelensky wanted, or what Trump did to Zelensky, bring him over to the White House, embarrass him. Yo, Brandon Terry, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the cash app. And everybody else who wants to hit the cash app. So they're going to embarrass him and then make him give up a whole bunch of resources in Nigeria to kiss that. Basically, this motherfucker is extorting resources from countries who can't fight back. This is straight bullshit. Claiming it or on the pretext of something else. You're sending drugs. You're sending fentanyl. No, they're not. You're killing Christians. They're killing everybody over in Nigeria. You want to focus on the Christians so you can go steal their goddamn money. And really what this is about is China. If you really want to break it down, China is over in Africa, hooking Africa up. Basically, they're not giving Africa money. They're loaning Africa money. They're loaning them money to build structures. But what happens? So it's not like China is doing it altruistically and shit. China is basically building structures, indebting Nigeria to them, because basically who builds the structures is a Chinese construction company. So they loan them, they basically loan them like a bunch of money, but don't give them the money. It's like a bunch of construction, it's like a construction credit or something like that. And so then they can build the structures, and then they have these structures in their country, and then that's an actual asset that they can actually make money off of. So the Chinese person is hooking them up, then they pay it off. They pay it off that way, meaning they can still own the asset. Whereas the IDF used to just come in and jack all the money, devalue the currency and leave. Whereas you were making $1,000 before, you're only making $500, and you're only making $500 a month now. So that was how it fucked up the IDF did. Then China came in and was like, "Yo, we'll give you a loan. We'll give you a loan basically where you can get value out of the loan. Yeah, we're not going to give you actually money. We'll build the infrastructure, the project for you. You'll just pay us back, and then." But you still have the asset. You can still reap the benefit off the asset. Eric Johnson, appreciate you. Thank you for the cash app. Oops. Say what up? Appreciate you, brother. So that's what China. So China's actually hooking them up, and Trump don't want that. He don't want China going in because China wants those resources. Right? China wants they want the infrastructure over there in Africa. And so Trump is like, hell no. So he's trying to head off China from getting over there. That's really what he wants. So he's going to threaten Nigeria. We're going to come in, guns blazing, foot in the ground. No, you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. You're not going to invade Nigeria, an African country, with guns blazing, with all them goddamn innocent people. You full of shit. He just be talking shit. A motherfucker who's never been in a fight in his life. You a bitch, man. It's bitch ass motherfuckers like that who talk shit all the goddamn time, run their fucking mouth and don't have nothing, never been in a fucking fight. You gonna threaten Nigeria because you know they don't got a goddamn military to fight you. That's the biggest bitch I ever seen in my life. So Trump over here threatening the melanated countries for their resources. You're not doing that. Do that to Putin, bitch. He got resources. Why don't you threaten him? Because you know Putin will beat your ass. He'll send a fucking one of them goddamn supersonic missiles up your ass, bitch. That's why you don't threaten Putin. So, yeah, let's threaten all the black countries, all the African countries. Yeah, in exchange for illegal mining rights or something. Well, not illegal because they're going to steal them. There's not even mining right. They just going, they will, not illegal. They're going to extort the rights out of the government. So they're going to have them over there. Trump is probably going to have them over there for a talk. He's going to go in there and be like, look, if you don't, we won't come in. First of all, you got to stop killing these Christians. But then you also got to give up, some little bit of this over here, a little bit of that over there, a little bit of this over here. We good? And like, dude, that's straight up extortion. And nobody's going to stop him from doing it. So the real reason, but then hold on, I had another video that showed that was what was really going on over there. I got to show y'all. Is it? No. Oh, here it is. All right, hold on.
Let's now shift focus to rising tensions between the United States and Nigeria. After Donald Trump's military action threats over the alleged persecution of Christians, the president of the West African nation, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has vowed to defeat terrorism through diplomatic engagements.
The task ahead is immense. We are engaging the world diplomatically. And we assure all of you that we will, defeat terrorism.
So he basically said we're going to handle it diplomatically. Basically what I just said. They're going to go over there. He's going to give up a bunch of resources to Trump. That's basically what he's going to do. He basically going to bend over. Goddamn. Come on, Nigeria.
Earlier, Tinubu rejected Trump's accusations of Christians being targeted in Nigeria, saying the Nigerian constitution guarantees religious freedom. However, the country seems to be treading with much caution. Despite denying Trump's accusations, it has welcomed support from foreign nations, including the US, in its fight against terrorism. But Abuja's response hasn't been acknowledged by the Trump administration yet. Instead, the US president reiterated his warning over the alleged killings of Christians in Nigeria. He also reiterated his order to prepare a plan for an attack and threatened to halt US aid.
Nigerian government continues to allow the killing of Christians. The USA will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria. We're going to do things to Nigeria that Nigeria is not going to be happy about and may very well go into that now disgraced country, guns a-blazing, to completely wipe out the Islamic terrorists who are committing these horrible, horrible atrocities. I'm hereby instructing our Department of War to prepare for possible action. If we attack, it will be fast, vicious, and sweet, just like the terrorist thugs attack our cherished Christians.
And Trump's remarks have angered many Nigerians. Some even cautioned that the Republican leader's accusations could trigger religious tensions in the country.
They're not his cherished Christians. That's not your country. You're not a Christian. He's so full of shit. You can't go in gun blaze. That's war. That's an act of war. That's literally that's an invasion. You're gonna go in guns blazing on somebody's country. That's an invasion against international law. You can't do that shit. So this motherfucker's lost his damn mind, man. Straight up.
Country, while others urge the US to respect Nigeria's sovereignty.
Both the US and Nigeria have sovereignty, and that word exists for a reason. I do not see the reason why Donald Trump, President of the United States, will be drumming the drums of war over Nigeria for things that are really not founded.
The diplomatic row between the US and Nigeria started last week after Washington added Abuja to the countries of particular concern list over alleged violations of religious freedoms. Later, Trump passed the Pentagon to map out a possible plan of attack for Nigeria and refused to rule out military action or deployment of troops in the African nation. The back and forth went between Nigerian and American authorities and comes amid the African nation's struggle with terrorism. Nigeria's northeast reels under violence linked to the notorious Boko Haram group and Islamic State-linked insurgents. According to the United Nations, the violence has killed more than 40,000 people and displaced nearly 2 million over more than a decade. Nigerian officials claim that the violence in the country, which is roughly evenly split between a mostly Christian south and Muslim-majority north, is not religious.
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Well, we've got all three just for you.
So, So as you can see, Trump lost his damn mind. Where's mine? As you can see, Trump has lost his mind about to invade African or melanated countries. Only melanated countries. Some other countries with resources. Why? No, not invading those. Not going to make up some bullshit to invade those countries. Only the melanated countries. Okay. We see what's going on, guys. I wouldn't be surprised if the CIA is funding the terrorists in Nigeria. Yep. Oh, come on now. Most terrorists around in most countries, CIA or Mossad, allegedly, is backing them. Straight up. That's why that USAID, that's why they were so mad, because that was the CIA's way of funding shit around the world and backing stuff. And then when Elon came in and wiped that shit out, he was like, oh shit, that's why they hated Elon. That's why there was that big ass backlash against Elon, because he destroyed their funding source. That's why they hated his ass. they wanted to kill him. So Christians and Muslims, actually more Muslims are being killed in Nigeria, more so than anything. But moving along. So shout out to the Nigerians. Hope you guys figure that out, man. Because if you don't, this month you're gonna let Trump come in there. And then they said, you know, you got most of the people in Nigeria, they know that they don't have the power to fight back. I mean, they're saying, like, look, everybody around here is getting terrorized. Like, dude, you kind of come in here, everybody's getting terrorized. Now, maybe they might want that, because there's a lot of Christians actually who are praising Trump for saying that he's coming into Nigeria, because they think that he's coming to help them. Trump's coming to save us. Trump's coming to save the Christians. They like, yeah, coming to save you. Not really. Trump is not about to save not a damn person but himself. So moving along. Yeah, gotta say allegedly. We know what's going on, but hey, allegedly, You seen Confessions of the Economic Hitman? That's the dude who was CIA. He was the CIA op who talked about going in and destabilizing governments through monetary first. They would offer money. If they couldn't get money, then they would institute a coup. And if they couldn't institute a coup, then they would take your ass out. So those are the three ways. You can take this money. It's your best bet. Or we're going to institute a coup on your bitch ass and you can die. Somebody probably going to kill you. Or you got to run. You got to leave. You're going to have to leave this office and run. Or we can just straight out kill you. What you want to do? Not much options. So moving along, getting into the Khazarians. Speaking of Khazarians, Mossad and the Khazarians, a tape of an IDF soldier graping a Palestinian prisoner gets out, and Israel arrests the IDF officer that released the tape. Now, this came out a while ago. This tape actually, she didn't, because I actually saw a clip of it months ago, actually more than maybe about a year ago. This information came out, and they showed a real quick clip of it. And I think that Israel got rid of it. They scrubbed it. But then one of their own soldiers, she came forward with the tape. Now, she said she came forward with the tape to show that, because basically they agree with this. Most of the people in Israel agree with this, because when it happened, they took the people who did it and put them in jail. And then I did a story on this and talked about how all the Khazarian people raided the jail to let the people out who did the graping out. They were like, yeah, they agree with this. You should do this. This is all, again, Talmud and all the rest of that stuff, that you can do this to your enemies. And man, the whole shit is fucked up. That whole shit is fucked up. But they agree with all of this. And they was about to raid and tear down the prison to let those people out of jail. Crazy shit. So let's see the story. Now, she said she was trying to show that it wasn't as bad as most people think. This is why she released the tape. She was trying to show that getting graped with a goddamn a billy club, not as bad as you think it is. Maybe not for you, because you're a woman. You might like that. But if it's a dude, it's every bit of hell as he think it is. So homegirl was full of crap. It was multiple soldiers. Yeah, I'm about to show. Yeah, it was a bunch of them. They raided the jail to get them all out. Hold on, let me find the story. All right, here we go. This is crazy, man. These Khazarians, they just look crazier and crazier every day. Their practices, this is why they don't want you talking about them, because they don't want all their shit coming out, all the fuck shit that they do on the back end. So as soon as you say the Jew, like what did Dave Chappelle say? The two words that you can never put together when you in Hollywood or basically anywhere in the world is the and Jews. Don't ever put that together. The spotlight. Well, you're anti-Semitic. They shut your shit up quick. No matter if you're talking good about them or not. Fucking LeBron put out a tweet, said he was getting money like the Jews, and they made that nigga apologize. They made that nigga apologize for saying that Khazars get money. How is that an insult? That's a stereotype. This is an anti-Semitic stereotype. Wait a minute. How is it anti-Semitic to say that y'all niggas make money? Y'all are rich. Anti-Semitic? See? Try to hit you with every goddamn, everything is anti-Semitic. Unless you're gargling our balls, matzo balls, then everything else is anti-Semitic. If you're every time I hear you speak, I need to hear, I love you, Israel, Israel is my friend. If I don't hear that, say it again. Israel is my friend. Like, nigga, you sound like that motherfucker from Enemy Mines. That's that. If y'all don't remember that movie with Lou Gossett Jr. Like, you sound like the Enemy Mine motherfucker. Hold up. How many of y'all remember that movie? Y'all don't remember that movie. Dennis Quaid and Lou Gossett Jr. played the reptilians. See, they was breaking that shit off, the reptilians. That nigga Lou Gossett Jr. was a reptilian. Motherfucker. Nigga sounded like he was ball gargling. But here we go.
Protesters shout traitor and shame. Outside the home of the woman at the centre of an Israeli national scandal, protesters shout traitor and shame. Less than a week ago, Yifat Tomer Yerushalmi was the Israeli military's top lawyer, but now she's lost both her IDF career and liberty after admitting she was the one behind a leak of footage from inside a controversial detention centre. The former military advocate general sparked a manhunt on Sunday after going missing following her resignation. She claims not to remember portions of time from her disappearance, and police can't locate her phone for evidence. She's now been remanded in custody, accused of fraud and breach of trust, abuse of official power, obstruction of justice, and disclosure.
They throw her in jail for squealing, for snitching. Like, bitch, what's wrong with you? You ain't supposed to snitch on our shit. But I was just trying to show him that there's nothing but nah, bitch. Now, I think that she was guilty. I think she was feeling guilty, and she said that as an excuse. Ultimately, your goddamn soul got to speak to you when you're doing fucked up shit like this. I don't give a shit what your culture is like. Ultimately, when you know you doing evil, foul stuff to people, your soul is going to talk to you. Your conscience is going to talk to you. And I think that's what happened to her. And she leaked that shit. And then she tried to say, no, I was just trying to show them that we wasn't as bad. And they were like, nah, bitch, we know what you did. We know what you did, bitch. You was trying to snitch. And they locked her ass up. And you know these the K-Zars is crazy. She ain't probably never see daylight for the rest of her life. That's fucked up.
Disclosure of information by a public official. The footage at the centre of the fallout at the top of the IDF appears to show soldiers taking a Palestinian detainee aside at Sderot Detention Centre in July last year and using their riot gear to hide them allegedly sexually abusing the man. The former chief military prosecutor said she leaked the video to counter false propaganda against the army's law enforcement authorities. The soldiers allegedly involved were arrested by Tomer Yerushalmi's department, sparking protests outside the detention centre. Some of those in the crowd were MPs from the ruling coalition.
You have to understand the terrorists who raped, slaughtered and abused our people found a new method of whining like rats that some soldier touched them.
Just yesterday, the 5 soldiers who've been indicted for the assault held a press conference, bolstered by support from Prime Minister Netanyahu himself. They claimed the leaked video means they won't get a fair trial.
We are fighters who need the backing of the government, the backing of the system, but instead of a hug, we got accusations.
Wait a minute. Did nigga say the leaked video won't give him a fair trial? Funny how that is. A video of you ramming a goddamn rod up some dudes. Funny how that won't give you a fair trial. You know these niggas ain't in jail, right? These niggas are out. They're not in jail. The girl who squealed is. She behind bars. Crazy.
Instead of thanks, we got silence. We will continue to fight for justice for ourselves, for our friends, for our families, for everyone who came out in uniform and defended our home. We will win.
A long-standing target of Israel's right wing, Tomer Yerushalmi's rapid fall has quickly emerged as a national scandal, overshadowing the video at the centre of the case. But it's not the first time accusations of this kind have been made. Over the last year, Channel 4 News has spoken to several detainees from Sderot who allege they too were physically assaulted and sexually abused by IDF soldiers.
When you are bent over, they target your ass with a baton from behind, both the women and the men. Everything is focused there. The baton, with its thickness and made of iron, when it's extended and inserted inside you, it feels like your brain is exploding.
Bodies of Palestinian detainees returned from Israel to Gaza as part of the recent peace deal also allegedly show signs of abuse, with some bearing marks of torture and execution. The release of the CCTV from this alleged incident has fueled an intense political backlash, laying bare the cracks in Israel between politicians and the judicial system, with the leak now seemingly a bigger priority to the government than the alleged crime itself.
Yeah, this is the video that came out about a year ago. And there's all of that's when they raided the jail to get him out.
I'm joined now by Yossi Meckelberg, who's a senior consulting fellow at Chatham House. What were her motivations, do you think, for releasing the footage? Obviously, there's now questions over fairness in trial and everything.
No doubt, and she admitted in a letter and resigned. There was a lack of judgment there. But I think one also need to understand the immense pressure she was under. Here comes, a complaint about a Palestinian detainee that was allegedly abused by a number of reservist soldiers that, in this case, work as some sort of prisoner guards. The detainee was so badly harmed that he has to be hospitalized. Come then to light a video, a recording from the CCTV that, at least on the face of it, proves, what was alleged. She charged.
So it started to get so bad, people were getting hospitalized all the time, and then so she had to come out and be like, "Look, it's not that bad, guys." I'm trying to tell you, it's not that bad. I promise. It's really not. Like, girl, if you don't get your whack ass out of here. Now, I think again, her conscience was fucking with her, and that's why she released it. But never can tell. If the video is out, it's still alleged. Allegedly. You damn right, goddammit. You know how YouTube be messing with me? Everything is alleged, goddammit. I'm allegedly doing a live stream today. Am I here? So moving along, the Khazarians, still with the Khazarians. They tried to cancel Tucker Carlson because Tucker, he going ham. He going ham on them bitches, ham and eggs, and so they trying to cancel. Basically, what he did is he had Nick Fuentes. If you haven't heard of that dude, Nick Fuentes, by now, he been all over the place for the last month or two, and we'll get into him in a second. Nick Fuentes, Dick Face Fuentes, but he's been going viral all over the place because he he talks shit all the time. He's a Leo who just talks shit. But he has a bunch of the youth behind him, and Tucker Carlson had him on the show because he basically his main thing is shitting on Khazarians. That's like his pastime. It's because shitting on Khazarians because they tried to destroy him, and so he has no love for them at all. So Tucker Carlson has him on. So because Tucker Carlson has him on, now Tucker Carlson is anti-Semitic, right? He's anti-Semitic, bro. Niggas, Tucker Carlson been caping for Jews ever since he been on TV. But as soon as he has this dude on the show, how dare you platform, blah, blah, blah. He's a anti-Semitic, blah, blah. Tucker Carlson is, blah. So now this is basically what's happening. In the first Trump administration, they got blindsided. The neocons, which are basically the Khazarians, the Jews, because the neocon, the Project for the New American Century, which is the neocons' plan to take over the Middle East, that was from the Khazarians, right? They came from the Khazarians. So during Trump's first administration, they got blindsided because Trump is not a globalist. See, this is the whole globalist plan is for New Khazaria. It's for Israel, the greater the greater expansion of Israel or whatever. All of that was supposed to be a part of the New World Order, or the One World Order. Israel was supposed to expand and get bigger. Then the world was supposed to come together and be ran by one government. Who was going to rule that government? Khazaria. Because Khazaria was growing. It was going to be much bigger. Again, the Greater Israel Project. So then we're going to have much more power, being a bigger country. And then they were going to run everything from behind the scenes. So when Trump got into office, he blew that shit out of the water. He caught him off guard, blindsided, and everything. That's why his first presidency, basically, he didn't get shit done because they were all fighting against him the whole first time. He barely got anything done, even though he did get a few stuff. He got some shit done, but they were fighting against him the whole time. So then they tried to destroy him, tried to get him arrested, all this and that. Khazarians was behind that shit too. Tried to get him arrested, thrown in jail, all that, because they knew he was going to come back and he wasn't for the globalist plan. So then he gets back in office. And so now they say, all right, well, what do we do? They figured out how to control him. Basically, all you got to do is kiss his ass, give him money and kiss his ass. and he'll ball gargle and do whatever the hell you want. So now most of his administration has a bunch of neocons all embedded. Rubio, Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller is a Khazarian. That's his deputy chief of staff is a Khazarian. So basically what they figured out was the Khazarians, they said, all right, look, we got to basically take over MAGA. So they've embedded themselves in the MAGA. And now if you're anti-Israel, you're anti-MAGA. If you're not for Israel, you're not MAGA. Wait a minute. Israel's a whole different country. Wait a minute, nigga, what the fuck? If I'm not for Israel, I'm not MAGA, I'm not Make America. How does going for Israel make America great again? Don't worry about those details. Don't worry about those details, Goyim. You're a Goy. You're a Shabbos Goy. You're a Goyim. You do what the fuck we say. You understand? You Goy. You fucking Goy. So, Goy George. We call it nigga. Your new name is Goy George, not Boy George. You're Goy George. And so now Tucker is the enemy. Here we go. And let me say this. There's 2 civil wars going on, which is crazy. This is how you know America's about to fall. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You better start learning about debt discharge and all that type of shit. On the Democratic side, you got the crazy ass fruitopians, the drag queens, and all the rest of that. That's the super far left crazy motherfuckers, the communists and the socialists. They taking over that party. That's why Nancy Pelosi is quitting, because she knows that she has no more power because that party's being taken over. Chuck Schumer trying to hold on by his fucking toenails. He out. He about to get kicked out the next election cycle. So that party's been taken over. So you got sane Democrats, sort of the sane ones who were kind of in the middle, like middle left. And then you got the crazy motherfuckers all the way to the far end of the left. And they battling, they fighting. So that the Democratic Party is about to be taken over. You see Mandami, whatever his name was, that motherfucker won in New York, which means that party's getting taken over. So that's the civil war going on over there. And then communism and socialism will never work in a capitalist country. But then on the other side, you got on the Republicans, you got MAGA and MIGA. Those 2 motherfuckers are battling. So the Republicans, or the neocon Republicans, have infiltrated MAGA. And they're the MIGA people, the neocons. They've infiltrated MAGA and started this and started. This is what the taking out of Charlie Kirk was about. This is a hostile takeover of the Generation Z youth, MAGA Generation Z youth. They had to take it over because they saw in the future how they were against Khazaria. So if they didn't take it over now, all of those people would be running the country eventually, and and Israel would have no chance. So if we don't get control over the youth MAGA right now, we don't have a shot in hell. So allegedly, let's take out Charlie Kirk, and then let's usurp and co-opt his whole goddamn organization. So check this out.
Down here. But I'm here for the kids down here, because it's easy to talk about anti-Semitism on the left. I want to talk about the dark force rising on our side. Multiple speakers have talked about the rise of anti-Semitism on the right. But it is not enough to speak in platitudes or generalities about the fight. We must call evil by its name. 5 years ago, if I was talking to my father, who's watching, hi Dad, if I was talking to my father at 8:50.
Who is this dumbass in here? Do I have to start talking crazy to you? Get my facts right. Did you just not see me show 2 goddamn news stories? So where's your news story, Mr. News Journalist person? I just showed you 2 news stories of people who just did the goddamn story. Broke down the facts of what's going on over there. So Mr. Walter Cronkite, or whoever the fuck your ass is, talking about get your facts right. Since you the greatest news goddamn fucking channel of all time, where your news at? Where your facts at? You talking shit. You saying it in the goddamn fucking live stream don't mean shit. Get a goddamn channel and then do your own goddamn news story. Otherwise, I'm gonna go with this motherfucker. The two people who are actually journalists and on the ground doing the story and getting paid to do it. Let's do that. Fuck out of here. Get my story. Get my shit right. The fuck you talking about? Don't get me started up in here. My fucking power already went off today. I'm already on one. Don't get me going up in this bitch. Shit. God damn. So, hold on. So here we go.
59 p.m. at night, he would say, Randy, I gotta go. Tucker Carlson's gonna be on. But make no mistake, today, Tucker Carlson is the most dangerous anti-Semite in America. He has chosen to take on the mantle of leader of a modern-day Hitler Youth, to broadcast and feature those who celebrate the Nazis, those who call for the extermination of Israel, to defend Hamas, to even criticize President Trump for stopping Iran's nuclear ambitions. Friends, make no mistake, Tucker is not MAGA. Tucker's fall from grace has been one of the most extraordinary implosions in political history, and the rapidity of it has created real challenges for us all. Because our friends don't have our shared experience. I even deal with this with my colleagues in the House. See, they remember the Tucker of 5 years ago. They don't live with anti-Semitism every day. They don't think about it the way that we do. And it's jarring for them to try to understand, how did this person become who he is today? But the challenge is he's inspired a movement.
Do y'all see what's behind him? Republican Jewish coalition.
Of hate in our midst. And I'm not done calling people out. I have the distinct displeasure of serving with two overt anti-Semites. You know, there was a time in the Democratic Party.
So they're trying to act like the Jews, Israel, and America is exactly the same. And so they're really trying to conflate, like, and then America has no treaty with Israel. There's no written treaty with Israel. Never has been. America has no obligation to go and fight and give money or none of that shit to Israel. So why are they doing it? Israel got some shit on some of these politicians. For sure. You can bet your ass that. Israel has all kinds of dirt on these politicians. And then this is why there's no treaty with America. Because if Israel had a treaty with America, if America gets into a fight, then Israel has to send soldiers. In any conflict, Israel would have to send some soldiers to aid us in a conflict if we asked them to. However, if there's no treaty, then America just has to go fight for themselves. So if I can make America go fight for me, and then I still don't have to send my soldiers, why wouldn't I do that? No, I'm not going to create a treaty with you, but I will plaster these pictures of you and these goddamn 3 little kids all over the news if you don't get your ass over there and do what the fuck I say. This will be on news at 11. You and them 3 little kids, right? See that shit right there? That's just you disgusting motherfucker. And Khazarians are just as disgusting. Just let me say that. But that's what's going to be plastered on the news if the politicians don't do what the hell they say. They have the Epstein and videos. The Epstein files and videos. And real quick, for the person who was talking that bullshit, go watch this video of the Nigerian person. I don't got facts right. I don't know what the hell you think I'm doing up in this bitch. Think I'm playing around with you? Trust me. If I didn't want to tell you news, if I wasn't looking at news, I'd go do some other shit. I got 100 different things I can do. Believe that shit. I don't have to be doing this. Believe this shit, nigga. I do this reluctantly. I don't have to do this. I got 50 million ways I can make money. So I do this because the news need to be told. The information need to be told. Check this out. Where is she at? Damn it. So this video right here.
In order to end the violence that is.
See,
things are allowed to fund.
See this African dude? He in Nigeria. Tell him he ain't got his facts straight. Tell this nigga. This Mbutu nigga right here who's in Nigeria doing the live stream telling what's popping. That's where I got my information also, from him. So, miss, I ain't got my facts right. You shouldn't have started no shit. The fuck you think you're doing around here? Don't ever question Aries on this motherfucking information. You should question, meaning you should go look it up for yourself, but don't ever ask, don't tell me that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Shit. Lost your goddamn mind up in this bitch. Go watch this video, everybody who actually, if you really want to know what's going on in Nigeria, he's breaking off the whole China connection. He's breaking off everything. This is a much longer video, though. This video is 31 minutes, so I couldn't show it to you. But if you really want to know what's going on, go watch this video on Kim Iverson, China's African Debt Trap. That's the whole thing about America going and invading China and all that. He's breaking the whole thing off. So, back to the idea. Back to the oops. Back to the Khazarians, because they still doing some fucked up shit. So they're trying to get Tucker, like I said, they're trying to get Tucker taken out the game. They're trying to usurp and co-opt the whole goddamn MAGA movement, which is crazy. We just gonna steal it. We just gonna come in there and say, you're not American if you're not Israeli. Wait a minute, huh? You're not American if you're not with Israel. See how those two words sound the same? America, Israelica. I just added, yeah. Is America, Israelica. You can kind of do your own connection there, but yeah, you can see how I got to from here to there. But it's very similar. Just saying. Like, nigga, it's nowhere near similar. America and Israel not the same, bitch. And check this out. Netanyahu, bitch, is running for re-election. This evil motherfucker is running for re-election, which means you're going to have a whole nother fucking 8 years of evil from this bitch. This is crazy. You got a whole nother 8 years of evil coming from that bitch. Yeah, you should expect most of the chat trolls are paid by the Khazars to troll the chat. Oh, for sure. Most of the time I don't be fucking with people in the chat, but you caught me today. You caught me in my Aries mode. Caught me in Aries mode today. I used to do this all the time when I first got on the goddamn. I used to, anybody talk shit. I used to go ham on them bitches. But moving along. So this dumbass Tim Pool. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him. He's like the biggest news show on YouTube. Tim Pool. It's called Timcast IRL in real life or whatever. Dude, he thinks he's the smartest dude in the universe. Definitely he thinks he's the smartest dude in the room. Whenever anybody's in there, he'll try to out-talk you, call you dumb. No, that's stupid. He'll just try to shit on you just all day long, thinking he's the smartest motherfucker in the universe ever. So now he's one of these autodidact people. So there's a lot of these people coming up right now. Autodidact is a very smart person who basically is self-taught. They're super smart. They're so smart to where they're self-taught. They don't necessarily have to have a teacher to learn anything. Nick Fuentes is kind of like that. He's an autodidact. Charlie Kirk was like that. This dude is like that. I'm like that. I never really been formally taught mostly anything. I just learned it and mastered it. But so this dude, Tim Pool, so he gets a bit of information. So this is the thing about him. He gets a little information, and he'll do like he's not surface information. He's surface, but slightly below the surface. He only goes slightly below the surface. He doesn't really do deep dives into information. So it's really, if you're really on the information, you can really break him down. So this motherfucker puts up some video about how melanin makes you more aggressive. There are studies, guys, where melanin makes the person more aggressive and angry. Didn't know that. Didn't see that in my little melanin book here. My 120-year research of melanin. I didn't see any of that in there. But let's see what he let's peep the. Let's see what he says. Oh, here it is. All right. Here we go. This is insane.
Gone full Democrat. With this post from the AI has gone full Democrat. With this post from Libs of TikTok, why is Grok telling everyone to vote for Democrats? Now, let's be real. I don't want you to vote for Democrats, but AI should at least be neutral and refuse to instruct people to go and vote for one party or the other. I would prefer it if it said vote Republican. But here's the craziest part. It lies. We did this yesterday on Timcast IRL's uncensored portion of the show, so I recommend you go to timcast.com, click join us, become a member to watch the uncensored. When they began to breed rats for experiments, join us, get in the Discord server. We did this thing where I went to Grok and I asked it about these 2 experiments where they took rats and foxes. And what they found was when they began to breed rats for tameness, basically the way it works is they get rats, wild rats, and if the rat bites them, they don't breed it. If the rat, if only the most aggressive and the most docile were bred, the in between weren't. Rats that were aggressive and bred remained dark-colored wild rats. But as they bred rats for tameness, meaning they were less likely to bite, within a handful of generations, the rats began to turn white. Same thing is true with foxes, and these experiments have been going on since the 70s. When I asked Grok about this, it kept trying to lie to me, and it was Grok. Grok's supposed to be anti-woke. It was scared that when you look at these studies and you find a correlation, I did not say causation, but a correlation between aggression and melanin, it's worried that people will be racist. But I don't care about your opinions on racial identity or ideology. I care about just what the studies show and if it's true or not. It kept twisting my questions to try and give me fake answers, much the way that these fact checkers do in the corporate press. That's what
melanin makes you more aggressive, guys. Which we know that's absolute fuckery. Most things in nature that lack melanin are aggressive. They're the most aggressive. They're the aggressive of that shit. And they're a little nuts. They're a little off. The lack of melanin, because everything on the planet has melanin. This dumbass thinks that the lack of melanin, which is an anomaly, which is a mutation, is what's supposed to happen. That's what you're supposed to be. Wait a minute. Everything on the planet that has melanin, no, that's all wrong. It's when nature starts to breed melanin out of a thing that the thing truly becomes what it's supposed to be. Now, what he just basically said, when they bred animals to be docile, that's what, no, you're not going to breed melanin to be a bitch. That's what I heard. Again, he said to be docile, subservient. That's what I heard. And no, melanated people aren't bred to be bitches and slaves. No, you're not going to breed that into us. Absolutely not. We are gods. We're the mothers and fathers of this earth. And there's no way you're going to make us subservient. The fuck out of here. So let's see. So he was saying that. He lost his damn mind. Again, now, he was saying that about so they're trying to make it seem like melanated people are like the most aggressive out of control in society. But the truth basically is really that the pale man stock is falling since the rise of hyperfeminism. That's really, and fruitopianism. That's my word for it. So this is why you don't see Caucasian protagonists in movies anymore. You really don't see melanated masculine protagonists either, but definitely Caucasian masculine protagonists. You don't see them in movies anymore. Basically, the hero. Most movies are DEI women now. Most of the heroes and women, or the sheroes and women, they're women. So this is the taking down of Caucasian people that's going down in society, and they're feeling that. They're feeling them being, them being pulled back from the top of society. They can actually measure and feel that. So now, then you had homeboy Nick Fuentes. So I told you it was gonna get back into homeboy, because Nick Fuentes, this dumbass. Now, mind you, he's only like 26 or 27, but to me, he's still a kid because he grew up in his basement online. If you never lived life, you still a kid. I don't give a shit if you 34, 50. Remember the 40-year-old virgin, that movie? If you never lived life, you a kid. So if he grew up in his damn basement just online all the time, you never been out, you never done anything really in life, but just run your mouth and read articles online, you're not a real person. You don't know shit. Shit you read online is not real until you put that information into use. Then you know it. Other than that, you just regurgitating something somebody else said. So let's check this out, because they saying some crazy. The reason I'm talking about this, because it's some crazy shit. This dude is him, Tucker Carlson, and Candace Owens. They flip, and then Joe Rogan. They flip between the #1 podcast in the world. So if this young dude is sparking up this type of animosity and vitriol towards melanated people, you need to be aware, because these are the young cats that are going to come up and be racist. And he act like I'm not racist and this and that, but the people who follow him, this is why they follow him, because he's so bombastic with his racism. Even though he'll claim after that, oh, I'm not racist, I'm not racist. And I'll do my take on that in a minute, but watch this shit. Is this it? Hold on. Yeah, this is it. So we have a few videos to watch of his, because these are in clips. So here we go. Trigger warning. He may piss you off, but it shouldn't.
Obligation due to liberal ideology. But when you see white people are every single bit justified in being racist. Every single bit justified, to the extent that means going out of your way to avoid black people when you see them. Every bit justified. And you want to know why? Because we see what happens. And nobody is under any obligation due to liberal ideology to put themselves in harm's way. If you're a white person and you're going to work or going to the ball game or going to the city at night, you don't want to enter into the terror dome where you're suddenly in a sudden death match. You're like in the gulag in Call of Duty fighting for your life all of a sudden because you got on the wrong train car. Because a car full of black people pulled up on you by the bus stop. You turn and you walk the other way. You avoid their neighborhoods. You avoid going out on Memorial Day or Labor Day weekend at night in certain places. When you see them, you start walking in the other direction. And we are every bit justified because we see what's going on and we don't want to die. It's that simple.
The problem with this guy is that he's making it about race. No one should want to go anywhere where there's violence. Even black people shouldn't go to some places where there's violence. But to make it out to say us white people definitely should, because we're white and we shouldn't be around black people, that's where the problem comes in my opinion. In general, you don't.
Nah, see, he don't have a problem with talking about black people. See, the coon Cajuns are getting hit because this motherfucker Fuentes don't give a shit. So he'll singe anybody. So all these coon Cajuns who thought, oh, if I'm cool with the white people, they'll just mess with the dumb niggers and not me. I'm not a dumb nigger. They won't talk about me. Nah, this racist motherfucker sit up here and said, all you niggas is fucked up. Nobody want to be around you niggas. And so now the coon Cajuns, and including these dumbass 3 coon Cajuns right here, they the dumbest motherfuckers. They dumber than him. But now they all like, now they're all feeling bad because now they have to justify validating this because they've all validated what he said in the past. But now he started coming off with all these these niggas and bop 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 bop, and you don't need to be around black people. And now they got to start. Oh, now you got to start explaining, huh? You got to start nigga explaining. Okay. So when you said Nick mad because his daddy got cut off his roots, got cut off in his roots. Well, we're gonna talk about that in a second because he's the dumbest motherfucker of all time. Talking about white, but let's get in more. Let's watch this.
Don't want to be around places that are violent. But he got to make it about being white, and white people deserve to be racist against black people. No, it's like you can avoid violence against any group of people. White people are violent too. Hispanics are violent too. Black people have violence. Now, some communities are more violent than others, so you avoid the community as people in general, not just because you white. Because somehow you speaking up for all white people. It's like,
all right, so let's see. Let's go back because he got more to say. So Officer Tatum has been capering for the Khazarians and white people, and all his audience is all Caucasians because he shit on black people and black women all damn day, or sisters all day, and they love that shit. But then when you start taking Scud missiles from the top goddamn racist white motherfucker, the top dude in the system now is a racist motherfucker, and he don't like none of you motherfuckers. And now you taking Scud missiles from him. Now all of a sudden, now you got a nigga explain. You got a nigga explain. Well, it's not violence. We just don't like. Now it's all just violence, huh? It was just niggas. Now it was black people. It was YNs, young niggas, and this and that. Now all of a sudden it's violence. Okay, now it's violence. All right. Now that he's shitting all over you. So here's another one. Here it is again. Let's pick it back up. Right about, I think it's here.
Family, that black baby is going to make A's. I think that. It's a culture thing.
It's hard to disagree with that.
You turn and you walk the other way. You avoid their neighborhoods. You avoid going out on Memorial Day or Labor Day weekend at night in certain places. When you see them, you start walking in the other direction. And we are every bit justified because we see what's going on and we don't want to die. It's that simple.
Of course, this clip is an extended version of it. Maybe we'll put these extended versions somewhere else. I don't want to give him too much airtime, but the problem with this guy is that he's making it about race.
It is about race. I'm sorry. That's why I don't know that. Like, did y'all see that guy? I think it was a congressman in D.C. that got killed by the 3 gang.
Hold on.
Good to hear from
They killed him. No reason.
Black Roper sent $25. Welcome back, brother. Even though you're not freaking brother.
Black Roper.
Good to be back, my brother. Here, come on, we're brothers. But hey, good to hear from you, man. Good to hear from you. Oh wait, I said we weren't going to say the N-word. Well, that's not. It's just not like I said that other thing. That other thing. So we're cool. But man, I appreciate you. Hey, good to be back. I'm a friend to.
So he in here, my nigga, and all day, my nigga, my name. Then he also says the hard R, right? So let's it.
Well, I'm a friend to all black people. I'm a friend to all people. Friend to human beings. And animals.
He just joking. That doesn't.
He just said that don't be around black people, and you got to be careful. Probably getting a terror dome, but then he's a friend to all black people. Then he's saying the N-word. Come on, next clip. 407.
They have disagreements about other things. That's what it really is.
Yeah. I said that already.
I should have started doing that when the cops were talking to me. I should have just went full nigger. Hey man, this so.
He should have just went full nigger, just in case you didn't. Because they blanked it out.
And then then they arrest me, and then I'm like, oh, Ossifer, please, I can't breathe.
Look, he's mad.
Crazy.
And so these dumbass coons are laughing. He clowning, saying that when he gets pulled over when he gets jacked up by police, he should act like niggas and act like police officers are all bad and say, officer, I can't breathe. And these dumbass niggas is laughing. These are young kids who are going to look back at this in about 10 to 15 years and see how stupid they were, shitting all over their people, and feel the worst and be the worst pieces of shit ever in history. They're going to look back at this and how much they were helping shit on their people. And they think, oh, we're putting the spotlight on black people because we want black people to do better. No, you're not. You'll never talk about black people doing good. You'll never show the alternative. This ain't all niggas are doing. But you never show the alternative because you're full of shit and y'all want to get the clicks from the white crowd. So these are the biggest coon Cajuns of all time, sucking this dumbass motherfucker's dick. And he gay as fuck too. We get in that shit in a second. Hold on.
No, bro, I should have laughed at that, bro. I should not laugh at that. He's still mad.
All right.
He's trying to teach that, bro. I'm laughing because you laugh.
Remigration is inevitable.
Silverson 100.
I should not have laughed at that. I should not have laughed at that.
I'm laughing because you laugh.
No, bro, Brandon be saying stuff like this on camera, bro. Y'all don't know Brandon. He say stuff like this on camera.
Don't try to throw me under the bus. What the hell?
Let me keep it moving.
Joke.
You laugh.
Yeah, that one.
100.
Yeah, we're on our way.
See several Instagram reels of you with hundreds of thousands of views talking about letting a breathe. Good job. Deep breath.
Yeah, that one went viral. Pretty cool. Thank you for the big super chat. People just love it when a white guy says. People don't even know who I am or anything, but they see a white guy say and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe he just said that." It's like, dude, we're so past that. I don't even think about it like it's edgy. I just say it sometimes because it's just a word in my vocabulary, and it comes up on a normie's timeline, and they're like, oh, "Did he just say? Did a white person just say the N-word?" And over here, we're just blasting them off all the time, you know, this and that. And people on Instagram are like, "Did he just say?" He just said, "This is crazy. This is hilarious. You got to see this is comedy." When this white guy said it, it's so funny. And me, I'm like, I didn't even realize I said it. It's dude, people are so shackled. It's crazy. I feel like I'm the freest man in the world in some ways. Like, yeah, I'm very hated. And
okay, so let's get into breaking it down a little because there's another video. Got to show you another video, but let's break it down just for a quick second. So, he basically said that he's saying that nigga this blah blah blah. He says now it's obvious he wants to be black. Anybody with fucking eyes can see that he wish he was black. So-called, we're gonna use black. I know there's no such thing as color, but I'm using the short term because I don't got time to be melanated this and that, melanated that. So I'm gonna use the term black for all you Moors and all the rest of that. So he wish he was black. First off, if you watch, I gotta study these cats because I gotta learn how to break them down. As a martial artist, you gotta study your goddamn opponent to learn what the fool's weaknesses are. So first of all, he wish he was black. But the second thing is he is part black. He's 25% Spanish and 75% Italian. So Spanish, can you tell me who ran Spain for 300 fucking years? That would be the Moors. Moor meaning dark, not black. Means dark. So y'all know. Then who ran Italy? Excuse me, Moors ran Spain for 700 years. Excuse me, Italy for 300 years. So Italy for 300 years. Spain for 700 years. Where do you think you come from, fool? Why do you think your hair is black? That's melanin. And then this fool he part of the identity culture. This motherfucker is identifying as white because white is not even a thing. If you put a piece of paper up to your skin, you're not white, motherfucker. So obviously you're identifying as a goddamn, you're claiming a social identity, which anybody can do that because you're not white. If we put paper up to your damn skin, a white piece of paper up to your skin, you're not white. So how come anybody can't claim a social identity? That's all you're doing. But then the other term, him saying nigga all day, his dumb ass he thinks he's being so goddamn against the grain. He think he's being so goddamn, oh, I'm out here. I'm saying, nigga, all you doing is saying God, dumbass. Nigga means God or king or ruler, sovereign. So you can nigga all day off. Call us that all day because you're so stupid. You don't know you're calling us God, fuckface. So nigga off all day. And then let's not talk about the fact that this nigga is a gay, sexually repressed gay motherfucker. That's really his problem. That's where all that damn flamboyance come from. Motherfucker's a flaming ass Leo gay motherfucker who really wants BBC. That's where all that shit coming from. Because you know who his favorite person in the world is? Kanye West. Kanye is his favorite person in the world. Number one person in the world, Kanye West. So obviously, all this nigga, black, it's all bullshit. If your favorite person in the world is a nigga, you claim all he does is speak, and he speak niggas like that's cap. Blah, blah. All you do is try to speak the coolest shit that we say, but nobody want to be around black people. Is that right, motherfucker? Are we gonna break this shit down some more about blacks being the most aggressive shit? We got some more shit to see though. Hold on. Where is it at? Damn. Hold on. Cause this fool done lost his damn mind. Hold on. Where'd it go? Here it goes. So this is another one where he tried to get crazy.
People, you were called a white supremacist. Came of age in this monologue about black people's going. Chat, I appreciate it.
And Will, $30. My YouTube feed is full of black people reacting to your content and agreeing with you. Smiley face emoji. Quite endearing, I must say. The blacks love you. Nick.
Yeah, it's so funny because I got called a racist forever, and now my monologue about black people's going viral, and all the black people are reacting to it, and they're all agreeing with it for the most part. And look, it only makes common sense. I'm not a racist in the true sense of like hating other races for who they are, or what is widely considered to be a racist. But I came of age in this politically correct period where if you were white and did not hate yourself and were not constantly tripping over yourself to apologize to or cater to black people, you were called a white supremacist. And I feel like that was the category that I got boxed into. I was never up here just like preaching hatred. That was never the case. And I always got along with black people. I always got along with Bryson Gray. I got along with the Hodge twins. I got along with Myron, Sneeko, Ye. I always got along with black people. I have these controversial views, but I believe I was boxed in because, again, from the time that Michael Richards did that comedy routine where he said the N-word 1,000 times, and like a few years ago, it was so politically correct. Again, if you were not a self-hating white person, you're racist. If you went out there and said, look, I'm white, I'm proud to be white, I like white people, and I have nothing to apologize for, they would say, wow, you're a racist piece of shit.
They would.
They say, you're a fucking white male, you have no culture. Step aside, your time is over. And, the inverse of that is if you were not tripping over yourself to not offend black people. Like, yes, I have said the N-word on the show. I've uttered that word. I know it's a crime. It's practically a blasphemy. But it's like if you're a white person that doesn't let them control your speech, you're racist. If you're not tripping over yourself to apologize and pander to their feelings about crime or these other topics, you're a bad person. I was just ahead of the curve. I think black and white people have realized that there was this excess. I think we've all realized, like, hey, Houston, we have a problem. We had this narrative 5 years ago that like the police were the new Ku Klux Klan, genociding black people by killing them for no reason. And under that assumption, we started to defund the police and let criminals roam free. And now everything's a shithole. And now every night there's a story about an armed robbery, a carjacking, a shooting, a stabbing. We get these videos on TikTok. Never ashamed, they say. And now black and white people are saying, okay, so clearly that was a mistake. Like clearly George Floyd did not get killed for walking while black. He was part of this epidemic of...
So, yeah, he didn't get killed by a nigga standing on his fucking neck for 10 minutes. Yeah, that doesn't happen. So, now, most of what he just said right there, see, that's him. I showed you the clip of him just going crazy, and then I showed you him cleaning it up, him breaking it down, giving it context of what he was saying. Excuse me. Basically saying that Caucasian people's speech was subdued because you can say this, you can say. Now, the reason you couldn't say nigga because you used it. You weaponized the shit. You hung niggas from trees from it. From you sick your dogs on people with that damn word. You destroyed communities while calling people that. That's why you can't say it. He's like, that wasn't me. That was my ancestors. Well, motherfucker, you have to live with that. Just like we have to live with what our ancestors did. We're in the place right now because of what our ancestors did. So now should that happen? Should you be responsible for something you're in? No, I don't necessarily think that, but that's the position that he's in, or collectively. That's what's called the collective karma. So again, you should never have a problem with a Caucasian person saying nigga, because they're only calling you God. The way you destroy that stuff was with education, information. Stop being emotional. Get logical out here. Get information. Everything came from you. So there's nothing that they can say that can hurt you because it all came from you. Then the fact that there's another clip. I can't show it now because I didn't find it, but he's on Candace Owens talking about how the black people in America are the dumbest people because the sub-Saharan Africans only had IQs of above like 70 to slightly above 70. So if the sub-Saharan, if the Africans over there and they came over here, they were the ones who were captured and brought over here. If they had below 70 or 70 IQs and below 70, and then they didn't get educated when they were here, obviously their offspring or their descendants became much dumber. That's that's one of his beliefs, right? So that's why he went on Candace Owens. He was saying that shit. Now, like I said, this motherfucker sexually repressed gay motherfucker. Somebody called him gay, and somebody did an assessment of him. I don't know if that was true or not, but he said he was gay, and then he said he said two factors. He's a white, he's a repressed something white dude, gay repressed something like that, sitting in his basement. And then homeboy said, well, he's right. And then he paused for a second, and then he said, well, not about that. But then another picture of some dudes kissing came up in his live stream or some shit. So yeah, nigga, you motherfucker, you full of shit. This old flamboyant, this fake bravado shit that you keep doing, acting like you such a gangster. When you get outside, you get your ass slapped. See, that's a real G. You keep talking about, I didn't show you the part on here where he said because if you keep going, let me see if I can get to it.
Generational run.
Oh, wow.
The fuck home. This is America first. I was born in America. This is the only country I've ever known, and I will die for America. Can you say the same? Show. Who is the Fed? Will the real people?
Hold on.
It's to show people I'm real. Why do you roll out of bed at 3 a.m. and do a show? Why do you say you're going to have hate sex with Candace Owens? Why do you say?
Whoa.
It's to show you I'm the real on the show.
I'm the real
people that have been taking.
Told you. He want to be black. I'm the real nigga on the show. See? He really want to be black. This motherfucker really wants to be black. He came up listening to hip hop and all that type of shit. But then this motherfucker's super Christian, so he can't let his gay side out. So he has to be. This is how he lets his gay. This is how he lets the energy out. He really repressed. When motherfuckers are sexually repressed and they can't let their shit out, they go on stage and slap motherfuckers for talking shit about their wife. Or they do shit like this motherfucker, just get on stage, just get on the goddamn TV and start shitting on everybody because they really can't be who the fuck they really want to be. That's this motherfucker. Or you know what I was talking about. So check this out. He the real nigga.
Taking checks from Fox News, Turning Point USA, Dennis Prager. They're just not ready for this. They're not ready that we're in the Groyper generation. Because all this time, these past 8 years, what do you think I've been doing? Your attacks, your slander, your persecution. I have only been growing stronger. Don't you get it? I have only been gathering strength. 8 years. Lied about, censored, attacked, persecuted. Well, you were at parties getting millions of.
So he goes, me and Kanye are the only real niggas on the internet. I don't know where that part is, so I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna stop it right now. But in the video, he goes, me and Kanye are the only real niggas on the internet. So again, he's just saying stupid shit. But you are descended from melanated people. You're not white, fool. In the dictionary, in Black's Law Dictionary of free white, damn, that's what I was supposed to put in here. If you go look up free white person in the Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition, when you get all the way into the definition, it says this does not mean a people of the Caucasian race. What? Go look it up. If somebody has it, man, I wish I could find it. Let me see if I can. I don't think I. So I don't have the dictionary online. If somebody can find it, you can go look at it. If you have the Black's Law 4th edition, go look up free white person, and then in the small print, it'll say who was considered a free white person. It'll say the Moorish descendants of blah blah blah. It'll say that. It says that in there, Moorish descendants of blah 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 blah, and then at the very end it says this does not mean Caucasian person. So a free white person was not a Caucasian person. Dick Fuentes. So all of your white person this and white people that, and we need and you need, and when you see black people walking down the street, you run and hide, and black people are the most aggressive. Let's take this for a test. Let's take this. And again, remember, this nigga's a Leo, so anything he can say to get attention. Leos love attention, and this nigga's a low vibrational Leo, so he'll just say stupid shit to get attention. And remember, this motherfucker's sexually repressed, so this is what he needs to do. he not doing the other stuff, so he has to let it out somehow. So, but check this out: the truth about the violence in the black neighborhoods. Let's really get this shit down. Is that the gangs did not start. Let's talk about the gangs of the 70s and 80s. Those didn't start till after the consciousness movement was co-opted and tried to and taken out. They tried to take out the consciousness movement, Black Panthers and all the rest of that. That's when they came with black exploitation movies. They didn't call them black exploitation movies. They didn't call black people exploitation movies back in the day. They didn't call it that till later on. Man, shut your asses up, whoever talked that shit. I know what the fuck I'm talking. I was in movies. So, yes, they came out with black exploitation movies. That was the genre of movie. They didn't call it that. But that got niggas off of consciousness into stupid shit. But then that was the bringing in of the gang movement. Also, the gang movements also happened in the 60s, the 50s and 60s. That's really when gangs came in the 50s and 60s because of the Caucasian gangs, the Fonzie gangs, the motherfuckers used to call themselves the Dragons and the Dragon Lords and all the rest of that shit. Those Fonzie gangs, those motorcycle gangs would be going into the black communities, melanated communities, and terrorizing the people, terrorizing the hood. One of the gangs was called the Spook Hunters. That was in LA. The white gang in LA that sparked the Bloods and Crips was the Spook Hunters. Yeah, one of them Fonzie gangs. So that's how you get gangs in the hood, because of the non-aggressive white people terrorizing niggas in the hood. But it really started in 1919. Back when they had a race war in 1919, and the white people went into the black neighborhoods and started smashing on people. So the black people, they got together and created gangs to smash on the Caucasians. So us coming into gangs is to fight back you Caucasian crazy motherfuckers. And let's be real. The most aggressive people in the world are Caucasian people. Go look this shit up. The biggest sex abuse people, they're the most sex abusers, pedophiles, rapists, 60%. Go look that shit up. The people who are in jail, all the pedophiles in jail, 60% of them are Caucasian. Sex abusers, 12%, or 12 to 13% of them are black. So by far, you are way more of the fuck shit race, if you want to talk about aggression and who does more fuck shit, evil shit. And not to mention, I put a whole list of the shit down here. Not to mention all the other stuff, like you are the biggest, like I said, grapists, embezzlers, warmongers, the only race to ever drop a nuke on people twice, carpet bombers, Dresden, Cambodia, killing millions of people. Also in Iraq, killed 1 million people. Just like, oh, sorry. When did niggas ever do that? Poisoning and sterilizing people through crack scenes. We can keep on going, motherfuckers. That's all y'all. But then y'all come back with, you robbed the store, you robbed Walmart. A bunch of people went and robbed Walmart. You carjacked me. Yeah, I'll put carjacking and Walmart jacking up against all that fuck shit I just said y'all do any day. So we really want to know who the real monsters of the world are. We just need to Google it. All this melanin makes you more aggressive. Bullshit. 60% of sex abusers are Caucasian in jail. 60%. Motherfucker, I want to hear shit else. God damn it. Yes, Gangs of New York was, yes. They started that shit. Gangs of New York is where that shit really started. Yes. Go look at the movie Gangs of New York. That's where gangs in America actually started. Yes. But black gangs started from when they tried to come into the melanated hoods and smash on us. And we was like, fuck that shit. We can even get down to the word. Let me see if I can pull this up. Hold on. Let me see. Watch this. Watch this. Oops, hold on. Oops. Watch this. If I can. Etymology online. Let me see if I can find it. Check this out. Mr. Nonviolent Caucasian people. I want y'all to see this. So, this is the etymology of the word bulldozer. You know, the bulldozer that takes down houses and shit? Look at this. By 1880, excuse me, intimidated by violence from an earlier noun, bulldoze. See? By 1880, as a verb. Intimidate by violence. That's what bulldozer means. To intimidate by violence from an earlier noun, bulldoze. A severe beating or lashing. Said, excuse me, said by contemporary sources to be literally a dose fit for a bull. A slang word referred to the intimidation beating of black voters by either by blacks or white. Get the fuck out of here. It wasn't by blacks or whites. It was by whites. By the beating of black voters by whites. It wasn't by blacks. In the chaotic 1876 presidential election. So you beat niggas so damn bad that it gave rise to a word called bulldozer. Something that takes out buildings and houses. That's how much y'all used to do non-violence, Caucasian people. So we're going to stop with the bullshit of melanin making you more aggressive. Fuck out of here. Just saying. He says, just emailed you the definition of free white persons in Black's Law. Quick reference. Email? Oh, man. You try to make me go to my email and whatnot. Can you put an excerpt? If you write it down and put the excerpt in the chat, I'll just highlight it. I'll highlight your comment because I can't go through it and look at it right now. But moving along, but yeah, put it in the chat and I'll highlight it. So moving along in Skittle news. So just so we're clear on the melanated makes you aggressive side, how that's absolute bullshit. Melanin. Oh, I didn't even throw in Rosewood. How did I forget that shit? I need to throw in Rosewood. We all killed a whole town of niggas because the white girl lied and said that a black dude raped her. I need to throw that shit in there. Yeah. Rosewood. So, moving along. The Supreme Court rules the Trump administration can deny transformer passports. That's a win. Trump ain't doing too many wins these days. He going down the shithole. But this was a win. The Supreme Court has issued an order that temporarily allows the Trump administration to enforce a policy requiring U.S. passports, to display the sex assigned at birth, a move which effectively denies transformer and non-binary people the option to choose a gender marker, including an X marker that aligns with their identity. The 6-3 decision issued on November 6, 2025 was an emergency order that puts a lower court's injunction on hold while the underlying lawsuit continues to make its way through the legal system. Now, and it says, this is not a final ruling. This is not a, why not? This is not a final ruling on the merits of the case itself, but it indicates that the conservative majority believes the Trump administration is likely to succeed. So basically, they're like, we're going to put this on hold until the lower courts rule. And then if the lower courts rule against you, then you can bring it back. That's basically what they're doing. Like, all right, we're not gonna necessarily rule on it. We're just gonna hold it. Let's see what they say, because it's a whole bunch more lawsuits that are coming in on the lower courts about this. So they want to see if a good argument comes through on some of those lawsuits. So they'll say, "We'll wait and see what happens with the lower court. We'll put this on hold. If they get a good argument, then they can push it back up. They can push it back to us. Or if they deny, if they go over it again and deny you, then you just bring it back." So no Transformers on the passport. Plus, it's confusing as hell. If you're a dude who is a pedo and you committed some, assault on a kid or somebody like that, then you just go change your gender saying I'm a woman, then how do we find the culprit, the suspect? If you immediately just change we're looking for a male, we're looking for a 6 foot male, Caucasian, with blonde hair, blah, 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 and then you go and change your sex to female and this and that. No, that doesn't work. There has to be some type of accountability in society. And the way you do that, you have to be able to identify people and identify what they've done wrong. So if everything just gets blurred, there's no boundaries or borders, then you have no society. So shout out to the Supreme Court on that shit. Moving along, again with the Supreme Court considers Kim Davis's petition to overturn same-sex marriage. This is about to pop off. The Supreme Court on Friday will consent. This is yesterday, so it's on deliberation. Will consider whether to take up the appeal of former Kentucky County Clerk Kim Davis, who has directly asked the justices to overturn the landmark 2015 decision that extended marriage rights to same-sex couples nationwide. Davis gained international attention after she refused to issue a marriage license to a gay couple on religious grounds in open defiance of the high court's ruling, and was subsequently jailed for 6 days. That's fucked up. Because I don't want to make a birthday cake. Are you insane? A jury later awarded the couple $100,000. So she had to go to jail for 6 days and pay up $100,000 for emotional damages, plus plus $260,000 for attorney's fees. She had to pay up $360,000 and go to jail for 6 days because she didn't want to make a goddamn cake. Wow. Yeah, this is a free country. So in a petition for writ of certiorari filed in August, Davis argues First Amendment protections for the free exercise of religion, immunizes her from personal liability for the denial of marriage licenses. It wasn't Baker Cake, sorry. That was another couple. My bad. That was another couple who denied baking some gay people a cake, and then they got hit too. But this one, she just denied giving it. She worked at the public place, denied giving marriage licenses. So in a public place, you can't do that. This is what they're saying. Public place, you have to follow the law. Privately, you can do what you want. Publicly, you can't do that. You can't discriminate in public. But she's saying that the decision to do it, like to have her do it specifically, went against her personal religious beliefs. And they're trying to say that, well, you don't have personal religious beliefs when you work in public. When they were like, well, she's like, well, how the fuck does that go? I don't give up just because I get a job doesn't mean I give up my constitutional rights. So this is where they at with it right now. And she also claims the court's decision in Obergefell versus Hodges, which rooted marriage rights for LGBTQ couples in the 14th Amendment's due process protections, was a legal fiction. The mistake must be corrected, wrote Davis's attorney. If there was ever a case of exceptional importance, if there was ever a case of exceptional importance, the first individual in the Republic's history who was jailed for following her religious convictions regarding the historic definition of marriage, this should be it. Davis's petition will be discussed during court's weekly private conference. So not even in public. We're not going to even know what the hell they're talking about. When justices cast secret votes on which cases to accept for argument. So now I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think they're going to take the case up because they just saw Trump almost get shot in the head. Now, that was probably fake. Excuse me. But the Charlie Kirk one wasn't. And the dude who died at Trump's rally, that wasn't fake. That dude died. So they seeing people, and then the CEO, excuse me, the CEO of the the insurance company that got shot by the regular dude. They seeing cats getting taken out. Charlie Kirk, they like, dude. And then you had one of the Supreme Courts. They were protesting outside of his actual house, like right there. So they don't have no protection like that. So they get going home one day. One of these crazy ass left people, if they overturn gay marriage, one of these crazy ass fruitopians could do some crazy shit. It says inhabitants of South Russia. It does not mean Caucasian race, Aryan race. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Wait. Did you put? Wait. Where's the other? Is that? Hold on. Hold on. Let me get it. Let me make sure I get it. Is that the only? Is that a continuation, or is that the first? Is that the first one? Hold on. Let me see. Let me go back. Let me make sure. All right, that's the first time you put it in there. Okay. So, free white person, inhabitants of south of Russia. It does not mean Caucasian race, Aryan race, or Indo-European race, nor the mixed Indo-European, Dravidian, Semitic, or Mongolian peoples who inhabit Persia. Does not mean the Caucasian, Aryan, or Indo-European. You are not white, sir. So let's stop with the bullshit. Let's stop using or identifying. That's what he's doing. He's identifying as white. He's transracial. He's trans, y'all. Let's get with the bullshit. First of all, he's already fruitopian, but he's also trans. He's the LG. He's the B. Wait, he's not. Maybe not the B. He's the G and the Q and the T in the LG. He's the G, the Q, and the T. Ain't that right, Nick Fuentes? Out there hoping he gets some BBC. So moving along, and the science and the weird. Oh, excuse me, we got one more. Sorry, one more fruitopian. We got one more fruitopian bit of news. Sorry. I gotta pull it up though. Hold on. So hope you heard the story about the lesbian who got kicked out of Gold's Gym because of the transformer that walked in with his thing swinging. She butt naked and she get kicked out. Man, weird, boy. Now let me tell you, this is something called the Beverly Center. This is right down the street from me. This is right. This is Beverly Hills. The Beverly Hills Mall is called the Beverly Center. So I think there's a Gold Gym over there. And let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see. Boom, here it is. Bam. Oh, this is crazy. Let me see. Should I pull up the TMZ feed? Hold on. All right, here we go. It's just crazy. All right.
There are girls naked in there. Look at them walking in there like it's okay. It's not okay.
A popular singer-songwriter claims she was booted from a Gold's Gym in.
Now, she looked like a dude. Now, let me tell. Now, you look like you are in the wrong bathroom. Let's be real about this shit. You look like you in the wrong bathroom, girl. Now, all this shit, I would walk in and be like, or if another girl would walk in and be like, "Hey, get your ass out of here!" Now, again, this is supposed to be a lesbianist, but let's see.
Los Angeles, after getting into a heated, caught-on-camera confrontation with a transgender woman. She had filed complaints
Wait,
using
look.
the women's locker room.
This is that's the transgender woman. That's a transgender woman, y'all. That's a transformer woman. Okay. Just so we're all clear.
She had filed complaints against for using the women's locker room. The controversy exploded when Tish Hyman posted a video of a brief shouting match with...
Hold up. They're doing this at Planet Fitness too. I did a story on this already. That first one was Planet Fitness where this happened. That was the first place. So, sorry, brother. Sorry, brother.
The transgender gym goer, who was dressed in all black and accessorized with a pair of dangling earrings.
No, now he knows how to be a man, right? Now he knows how to be a man. Stay out of the women's locker room. He needs to have his gym membership revoked for that. And the woman told you. He assaulted me. The girl told already. We already filed reports. You can't get rid of me for this. I'm a woman and I have every right to not want a man in the restroom when I'm naked. There are girls naked in there. Look at them walking in there like it's okay. It's not okay.
In her Instagram post, Hyman alleged to her 250,000 followers that she and other women at the gym filed, quote, written reports on this man for coming into our women's locker room, harassing us. Hyman was escorted to the front of the gym moments later, where she claims that her membership was revoked. In a video filmed by a passerby, Hyman could be seen reaming out the gym staff shortly before she was booted from the facility.
They probably kicked her out because they thought she was a dude too. I'm telling you, come on. They thought she was a dude too. Both of you motherfuckers get out of here. Both of y'all get the fuck out.
Filmed by a passerby, Hyman could be seen reaming out the gym staff shortly before she was booted from the facility.
Men, grown men with big in the women's locker room. And that's why I'm getting kicked out. And I want to make sure the girls know. Everybody saw that man in the locker room. No one's saying shit. Me making in front of a man, but I'm my permission. But I'm the one who gets kicked out the gym, y'all.
The viral interaction wasn't the first between the pair. Hyman had previously filmed a separate confrontation with the same person in the locker room.
Come on!
Post, which had the audio removed, confronted other trans women in the gym's locker room on 4 separate occasions, but was met each time with, quote, anger, disrespect, and total disregard. She also wrote that there was a young woman present in the bathroom at the time of the interaction, who she claims froze up, quote, completely traumatized, and later thanked her for being there with her. The transgender woman at the center of all the drama has since been identified by TMZ as Alexis Black, who broke her silence about the viral confrontation to the outlet. In an interview with
look how they
TMZ
keep
Live
calling
Tuesday,
this
Black
motherfucker
said she's
her.
entitled to use the female facilities, and when we're currently in the lengthy process.
Look how they keep calling that motherfucker her. God damn.
Transitioning and still has male genitalia. However, she claimed that she is registered as a female on her driver's license, changed her name, and has been taking hormones since February, which she says she expressed to Hyman. She also went on to assert that she was registered as a female with the gym. She says the gym is assessing her own membership as a result of the controversy. Initially, they said we were in the same boat. They phoned me and I'm not sure if it's written in red ink or what, but it's definitely being evaluated, she said. The Los Angeles Gold's Gym, which was recently acquired by EOS Fitness, has yet to address the controversy. The viral spat isn't the first of its kind to take the internet by storm. An Alaskan woman had her Planet Fitness membership revoked.
See? Planet Fitness. Sorry, bruh. Sorry.
Last year, after she took a photo of a, quote, man with a penis at one of the gym's women's locker rooms.
I felt like I was in an unsafe space. And so I'm probably going to go report this to the police today, but I just want to tell Samantha and Joe that work there and own it, thank you so much for canceling my membership. You saved me the trip.
According to Planet Fitness, the woman violated policy regarding taking photos and or videos in the locker room, resulting in the loss of her membership.
There are girls naked.
So, goddamn. Now, this is what happens when you don't say anything. The LGBs should have been on this from the jump. Now your whole goddamn movement has been taken over by the T's. The whole movement been taken over by the T's. Nobody give a fuck about the L and the B's, no, the L, the G's, and the B's. Nobody give a fuck about them motherfuckers no more. And it's because you didn't say anything, because you didn't want no backlash on your community. You wanted to be able to push this bullshit. Now it's coming for you. Now you can't have any safe spaces. Men are coming for your spaces, ladies. Lesbian ladies, let's be honest, ladies. Just let's be honest. The man is coming for your shit. You said start working out at home. He said, I'm about to start working out at home. Fuck this shit. I work out at home too. I go to the gym every now and then, but I stay in the boxing area. So moving along, in the science and the weird, I don't know how much we're gonna be able to get through because I got to leave at 4, so we'll see. But in the science and the weird, Elon Musk, bitch ass. Elon Musk, you fucking up, bitch. Elon wants to block out the sun to curb global warming, but scientists warn the controversial technique could be disastrous. In a post on X, which is Twitter, Musk said he wants to launch a large solar-powered constellation of satellites into Earth's orbit. A constellation of satellites? The AI-enabled satellites would be able the AI-enabled satellites would be able to make tiny adjustments to how much of the sun's energy would reach Earth, having a cooling effect on the planet. Many members of the public appear horrified by the idea, which is Musk's take on geoengineering project that's already been proposed, which is Elon Musk's take on a geoengineering project that's already been proposed. So he's talking about the Bill Gates project, where Bill Gates wanted to shoot calcium dust into the sky. And so people were like, no, fool, we not doing that. You're going to fuck up the whole earth trying to block out the sun. And everybody who are you to decide if somebody's sun is blocked out? You don't get to just arbitrarily, unilaterally do that. Who the fuck are you to determine how much sun I need? And see, if you had some of this, you wouldn't be trying to block out the sun. Mr. Melanin makes you more aggressive. That's the only reason you're trying to block out the sun, because you don't have melanin to protect you. I already showed you guys the outer limits, the music of the spheres, the sun cycle, and how the new sun cycle that you were going to have to start producing melanin, or the sun cycle was going to take you out of the game. That's a dope ass episode. If you haven't seen it, again, the outer limits, music of the spheres. If you didn't see the live stream, I did it in a live stream about maybe a month ago, maybe 2 months and a half ago. So we'll try to check that out. So he wants AI to decide how much sun we get. There's nothing that could go wrong with that, right, guys? With AI determining how much. I think we've seen this before. Wasn't this in the Matrix? This is in the Matrix, but in the Matrix, it was the humans. Well, it was. This is the humans also. But it's the humans blocked out the sun in the Matrix because the robots or whatever, the machines turned themselves into being solar powered. So it was like, oh, you want to just cut our power, bitch? All right, we'll just turn ourselves solar powered. So then the humans blocked out the sun to try to stop the tech. But this is a little flip on it. See, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is Elon. Elon is a goddamn sci-fi nerd. He watches all the shit that he be coming up with. I've seen all the movies he got this shit from. I've seen all the movies he's gotten this stuff from. Like he got the Cybertruck. I think he got that from I think it was Equilibrium, or it was a car like that in Equilibrium. If y'all haven't seen Equilibrium, Off the Chain with Taye Diggs and Christian Bale. The gun kata. Y'all haven't seen Equilibrium. That shit was off the chain. But in movies like that, he watches all of these movies and then he takes the tech in these movies and then he goes and tries to make the tech. So he's not an inventor. He's all the shit that he's done, he's seen it in a movie. So now he wants AI. He got this shit from, trying to promise you, he got this shit from the Matrix. He wants AI to decide whether we get enough sun or not. Equilibrium is fire. Yep, got overshadowed by the Matrix. For sure it did. Equilibrium is my shit, boy. Equilibrium is off the chain, man. People don't get it, man. He says, Lex Luthor did that to kill. That's right. That's right. What you know about that, Roger Gross? What you know about that, boy? Stop acting like you know about Superman. You know about DC. You don't know about that DC comics. But what's this right here? Says that's my favorite. What's your favorite movie? Which one? The Equilibrium? Don't say Equilibrium is your favorite movie. That's off the chain. Shout out to Divine Love. So moving along, because Elon, you done lost your damn mind. This is not going to take hold. Nobody going to let Elon block out the goddamn sun and put AI in control of the sun. You tripping, bro. Don't start looking like the goddamn the evil techno, what is it? The technocrat that they call them, that they're saying you are. You was cool for a minute. Now you want to block out the sun? Come on, bro. Now you're starting to look like Peter Thiel, bro. Just saying. Don't be with the fuck shit, Elon. So moving along, still in the science and the weird. The human heart can fix itself. The human heart, the injured human heart can fix itself. Now, I knew this a while ago. I always said this. They were always saying science always said this, but as a nutritionist and a trainer, I always believe that you can always heal your heart through food and exercise. You could always heal your heart. But science now says the heart can heal itself. Scientists discover in a breakthrough that could transform medicine. The human heart has the ability to repair itself. Scientists have found in a breakthrough that could provide a lifeline for hundreds of thousands of patients. So the top 3 causes of death in the world, or actually America, we'll just do America. Top 3 causes of death in America are heart disease. That's number 1. Heart disease. Heart disease is all your own doing. Completely preventable by how you eat. But heart disease, cancer, also completely of your own doing, caused by the food you eat. So first 2, heart disease, cancer, and number 3, misdiagnosis from doctors. Yep. The 3rd leading cause of death in America is misdiagnosis from doctors. That's crazy, right? It's fucking insane. Misdiagnosis from doctors. So heart disease, though, number 1, if the heart can heal itself, holy shit. This one, first off, this don't mean y'all can go start being Fatosaurus Rex just willy-nilly. Don't be Fatosaurus Rexing off up in this bitch with your getting little Tyrannosaurus Rex arms and burgers. Start reaching for burgers and shit because your heart can heal itself. That doesn't mean just go off and start doing stupid shit, because now they found a cure for heart disease. But let's see what happened. When someone has a heart attack or heart failure, crucial muscle cells are lost and the heart cannot replace them. I don't believe that shit. There is no current way to grow new heart cells after damage. I don't believe that. That's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. Meaning patients must rely on medication, implanted devices, surgery, or a transplant. But now experts have discovered a gene which turns off at birth can be reactivated to make new functioning heart cells. Scientists from the Elon School of Medicine at Mount Sinai in New York realized that injecting a gene back into the damaged middle-aged middle-aged donor hearts can kickstart cell renewal. So taking an old motherfucker and then putting basically they're like heart stem cells. If we want to break it down into simple terms, they're basically heart stem cells. Then they re-inject them into the heart, and then they start re-terraforming the heart. So, well, not terra means earth, but you see what I mean. It starts reforming the heart. The team first proved the technique worked in pigs over a decade ago, but this is the first time they have shown it worked in humans. Heart disease is the leading cause of death worldwide, so it's not just in America. See? Damn. Yet adult human hearts muscle cells stop dividing after birth. Dr. Hina Chandri, director of cardiovascular regenerative medicine at Mount Sinai, said, God damn, that's a mouthful. No, did he? Our work was the first to show that we can regenerate the porcine heart after injury. And now we've advanced the field, demonstrating that even middle-aged adult human heart cells, long believed incapable of division, can be coaxed back into making new functional cells. Oops. Oh, no. Stop, man. What are you doing? New functional cells. This shifts the paradigm from managing symptoms to actually repairing the human heart. It's a whole new day, y'all. That's a whole new damn day. That means niggas about to start living to 120, 130. If they can repair your heart as the heart cells start dying off, they can just keep refixing your heart. Holy shit. Holy shit, y'all. And then if you exercise and eat well, goddamn, you may live to be 200. Just think about that. If you eat well and you exercise, oxygen, it heals, for antioxidants. So it breaks down antioxidants in your body, helps. And so antioxidants are what destroys your cells. So what they call free radicals. These are antioxidants that goes and break down your cells. Oxygen helps to kill free radicals in the body. So when you work out, you get more oxygen in your body, you kill free radicals, right? Which breaks down your cells, which is why people who work out look younger for longer amounts of time. But now if you got that plus the heart stem cells that they're injecting back into the heart, oh shit. That completely changes the game. You can live to 100, 200 in this bitch. Just saying, man, that's kind of crazy. So shout out to the doctors, but if you eat healthy and you exercise, damn, I got about 2 more weeks, y'all. No, wait, 3 weeks. I got 3 weeks to my cleanse. I'm about to eat shit for the next 3 weeks. Because I already know. I've been doing these Dewey cookies. These Deweys and at me. 3 more weeks of Deweys, then I'm out. But take care of yourselves. Eat well. Eat healthy. Drink water. Don't listen to me. You should drink water. Don't be like me. But don't you listen to me, but don't be like me. Let me say that. So moving along. Last thing I got. Science has turned ordinary shiitake mushrooms into living computers. I'll say that again. Science has just turned mushrooms into computers. Excuse me. Living computers. You can now grow a computer on your kitchen counter. Well, sort of. That's the radical implication of new research from the Ohio State University, the Ohio State University. I don't know why they always say that. The Ohio State University. Get y'all asses in Buckeyes, y'all whack eyes. But the Ohio State University, where scientists have turned humble shiitake mushrooms into living electronic devices that can remember information. God damn. Well, he says, oh, wait, did they find out after the birth of a child or after the vacation of a, oh, you mean the crackination of the child was given? Oh, it didn't say. It didn't say. So I don't know, but it didn't say. But that is a good question. It says, hold on, does this mean chitterlings lower blood pressure? And they're not chitterlings, they chitlins. That's what Caucasian people say, man. Come on, bro. We don't say chitterlings. Damn. That's saying nigga with the hard R. Might I have some chitterlings and cornbread, please? It's chitlins and cornbread, not chitterlings and cornbread. Come on now. Wait, what'd you say? Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait, what'd you say? 3 more weeks of shawarma life. Hey, man, that's all I got. 3 more weeks. But so moving along, like I said, so mushrooms can become computers. In their new study, psychiatrist and research scientist John LaRocco and colleagues described a fungus-based computing system that mimics how neurons process information. Now, if you remember, they're already storing information on DNA. Your DNA can store computer information. Yep, and recall it. This is crazy. They can store again, like this video that you see me in right now. They can code this and store this on your DNA. Yep, fucking crazy. They can record me, code me, and then restore and put me on your DNA. So the mushroom thing is just right in line with that. It says being able to develop microchips that mimic actual neural activity. So they act like brains, actual live brains. Able to mimic actual neural activity means you don't need a lot of power for standby or when the machine isn't being used. So it doesn't need to power up for RAM. This is the computer. The mushrooms are the RAM. It's alive. So it doesn't need any power as long as you just keep it alive. That's something that can that's something that can be huge, a huge potential computational and economic advantage. That's about to be crazy. God damn. Mushroom computers? The fuck? Man, we are moving into a whole new world, y'all. I hope you guys are ready and preparing yourselves. I hope you're not on the same bullshit that you had been on before 2020. After 2020, whole new world. I hope y'all understood that. You cannot do the same stuff after 2020 that you were doing before 2020. You got to get off your ass. You got to learn the law. You got to learn finance. You got to learn this computing shit, this AI shit. You have got to better yourself. You have got to elevate your vibration in this shit because this world is about to change. And when it does, where are you going to be? You're not going to have the comfort system that you once had. Money, being just a chill society where no one's fighting and arguing and all that. Nah, that shit is about to be off the chain in a minute. It'll get better after that because ultimately the pendulum will swing. But right now, the pendulum is about to swing to where America has to fall for all of the fuckery that is done in history and then rebuilt into something else. What are you going to do when that happens? And what will you build in the new part of in the new world that's coming? Will you have the skills, the information to do that? So that's all I'm saying. Get on your game. Moving along. It says mushrooms produce music. Yep. I learned and did an experiment with mushrooms, plants, and music. And yep, they sure do. And this is why when you take magic mushrooms, it's like they turn you into a receiver. If you ever taken magic mushrooms with the psilocybin, that shit opens you up. It makes you a complete receiver. You are able to feel energy all around the room, which is why you should do it in a positive environment. If you do it in a negative environment, you will feel all of that shit. I did that once, ain't never doing that shit again. That shit was crazy. Holy shit. So yeah, mushrooms, and also mushrooms have melanin. So when they make synthetic melanin, they get it from what's called mushroom tyrosinase. So your melanin is made with two main chemicals: tyrosine, which is an amino acid, and then tyrosinase, which is an enzyme. It's a copper containing enzyme. And so these two things come together to catalyze melanin production. So the reason Caucasian people can't produce like that is because they don't have the enzyme tyrosinase. So there's a difference. Caucasian people don't have tyrosinase, but magic mushrooms do, or mushrooms period. Those real dark mushrooms, that black stuff in it, that's mushroom tyrosinase. And so they use that, they extract it and create synthetic melanin from mushrooms. So when you're eating that, you're enhancing your vibrational field by eating mushrooms like that. So shit is crazy. What do you say? Sir enough? A better Amurak. Yes. A better Amuraka. A better Amuraka, not America. Amuraka. So moving along in nigga news. Man. Oh, real quick. I had one last story, real quick. Sorry. And one last sign. This is crazy. And I think Caucasian people created this to keep up with melanated people. That's all. I'm just spitballing. I don't got any proof of this, but I think Caucasians made this so they can catch up with melanated people on the physical tip, on the athletic side of the game. Check this out.
Sneakers? Nike sure hope so. A company. Could this be the next big thing in sneakers? Nike sure hope so. A company that's been connected with the future of footwear for decades.
Power laces, all right.
Now, this is Nike's new project, Amplify, billed as the world's first powered footwear system.
These shoes are just building on the last decade plus of innovation in super shoes at Nike.
Think of it as a bionic Achilles tendon. It's an upgraded Nike sneaker with a flexible cuff battery that wraps around the calf and a motor powering your every step, all with the goal of making running and even walking a whole lot easier.
We're still in prototype phase.
It's not yet available for customers, but we got to try out a pair.
I think they're snug.
Perfect.
I think we're good.
So we're just going to give you a chance to walk around in those a little bit.
They just feel like some tall boots or something.
But what this is doing is kind of the first step in the get to know you process between you and them.
The big, I guess, change will be when you actually flip that switch. It takes a bit of walking for the tech to calibrate to your muscles and gait, but after that switch is flipped...
So you can feel it.
Yeah.
We call that the hug.
You're off. I'm feeling like Superman, I guess. It's kind of effortless. It feels like a muscle, like it moves with me. It's like an extra assist.
And that's the magic.
It's not like a constant force. It feels like at a certain point in my run, then I feel like the boost hits. And my producer got to try it out with me.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I do kind of feel like I'm on the moon.
Yeah, moon sensations, totally. The shoes can be worn with or without the robotics, and the system is controlled through an app. Director of Footwear Innovation at Nike, Michael Donahue, says it's been in the works for years now.
Amplify, really simply, it's an idea about helping people move more, whether that's faster or further. It's about just giving people a little more ability.
So you may be wondering, who is this shoe really designed for?
Maybe my dad would still go on a jog with me if he had this.
It's designed for unathletic Caucasian. No, I'm just kidding. Anybody who's unathletic. It ain't Caucasians are only unathletic. But to me, this is designed to give people more boosties. Run faster, jump higher. We already do that. This is the catch up. They're going to start catching up with us through technology, people. It's over. He says knee surgeons about to get paid. No, they're not. That's the whole point. It takes the pressure. So when you run, so again, this is me going to my trainer side. So when you run and you slam on the ground with your foot, you put twice the pressure, at least minimum, twice the pressure back into your body when you slam your foot on the ground. These, though, take the pressure, take that slam pressure off. That's what this is. That's what he's saying. If you heard what they were saying, it said it feels like you're on the moon. Basically, like there is no gravity. So it's actually less gravity, actually less shock going into your body as you slam on the ground. That's actually a good thing. This is actually going to make people's knees better, which is crazy. Yeah, this is going to make people's knees better. So, damn, shout out to Nike. Who gonna be the first to get them? That's why you got to have a quick shuffle of the feet on your. Wait, you said that's why you got to have a quick shuffle of the feet on your toes. Yep. Says the shoes fight against gravity. Yes, they fight against your weight against gravity. They help push your weight back against gravity. Yes, shit's off the chain.
I don't really think
so. I thought that was crazy, man. We're going off the chain as far as these inventions. This is this is getting insane at this point. Last thing I got in nigga news, niggas are in an uproar because the Sydney Sweeney. Let me see if I can find. Damn it! Did I bring it up? Hold on, I got to pull it up. So the Caucasian girl who did the Great Jeans ad, excuse me. So she refused to apologize. She was like, I ain't apologizing for shit. So, hold on. So check this out.
Is there something that you want to say about the ad itself? The Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
All right, so Sydney Sweeney, everyone knows she's got great genes. She's got big boobs. She went on this podcast, and this, I don't know who the host is, but she tries to guilt her about basically that whole marketing thing. Watch this.
You've come here like really willing to talk about this whole discourse that doesn't have that much to do with you, and I'm grateful for that. Is there something that you want to say about the ad itself? The Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Do you have?
The ad spoke for itself.
You think the ad spoke for itself? Okay,
Yeah.
and the criticism of the content, which was basically that maybe specifically in this political climate, like white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. Like that was kind of like the criticism, broadly speaking. And since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
I was going to start with Stein, but I'm going to give him the last word because Malice, the way that Sydney Sweeney was given side eye to that girl as she was asking that guilt-ridden, woke, like that was B. Arthur, Rue McClanahan level side eye right there.
You know that broad had a mustache. I think it's kind of really gross that Sid Sweet, the idea, like we're told that Michelle Obama is beautiful, but like a pretty white girl can't be beautiful. Like what happened to everyone's beautiful? This ad wasn't Nazi in any way. It was just a regular person who's an actress who's in jeans. This is the norm. And Steve Saylor has his rule of journalism that every female journalist has the rule come the revolution that she will personally be found more attractive. So of course this,
So the Caucasian people is like, they're saying, why can't a white person be attractive? It was only about her being attractive. And now let me show you. These are the melanated people. I got to show you the melanated people. Hold on. Damn it, where'd it go? Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn it, where'd you go? I just pulled it up. Okay, here it is. So these are the sisters, and these are the melanated brothers and sisters who are pissed.
Ad itself, the Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Is there something that you want to say about the ad itself? The Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Do you have
The ad spoke for itself.
You think the ad spoke for itself? Okay. And the criticism of the content, which was basically that maybe specifically in this political climate, like white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. Like that was kind of like the criticism, broadly speaking. And since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
That is a hallmark of having more control of the project.
I think so. I think that as time goes on, people will see that I'm way more aware of things than people think.
Can you say a little bit more?
I mean, if I say it, then I like to let the art speak for itself.
Y'all, after this interview I just watched, I am convinced that Sydney Sweeney is a MAGA Republican, and no one can convince me otherwise. Y'all need to see this.
Is there something that you want to say about the ad itself? The Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Do you have
the ad spoke for itself?
You think the ad spoke for itself? Okay. And the criticism of the content, which was basically that maybe specifically in this political climate, like white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. Like that was kind of like the criticism, broadly speaking. And since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
We talk about Cassie. You got that?
Like, this woman is racist. Like, you can't convince me otherwise. Because how hard is it to have replied and been like, well, I don't think white genes are superior. Yeah, I definitely don't think that. And it wasn't intended to be that way. That would have been really simple to do. You know what I mean? Like, really simple. And she chose to stand 10 toes down on that ad and say, when there's an issue I want to talk about, I'll speak about it. So you don't think joking about white supremacy is an issue that you feel compelled to speak on after an ad you made, babe? Oh my God, she is so fucking MAGA Trump Republican coded. Also, earlier in the interview, the interviewer asked her how she felt when President Trump tweeted about her, and she was like, it was surreal. Him tweeting about me, it was surreal. Like, who the fuck says that? Anyways, I will not be watching anything Sydney Sweeney is in from now on. Love you guys, bye.
Boy. So we got to talk about the liberal meltdown that is happening again.
So are they right for shitting on her for not apologizing about the commercial? Now, if you've seen the commercial, all it said was Sydney Sweeney has good genes. That's literally all it said. She was in a pair of jeans. She looked good in a pair of jeans. And then obviously they were talking about her genetics, meaning she was pretty. Now, because she white, all these black people, all these melanated people, and then the woke whites who claim themselves as allies or the caping for black people. How dare she racist? Blah blah. Well, wait a minute. You can't be proud of how you look if you think you attractive. First of all, if whoever you are, you should always tell yourself you look good. I don't give a shit who you are. Don't let anybody else tell you that you can't tell yourself you don't look good. If you don't have confidence, then no one else will have confidence in you. So the very first thing you're supposed to have in yourself is confidence. I'm the shit. I don't give a fuck what you say. Fuck out of here. I am the shit, bitch. Motherfucker, I don't give a fuck what you say. If you ain't the shit, then you need to go work that out. But me, I am the shit. So you need to tell yourself that all the time. Tell your kids that. Tell your kids to tell themselves that. You need to do that. And don't let anybody else try to make you feel guilty because you have a positive self-outlook on yourself. Or a positive self-outlook. So her saying that she got good genes, nothing about that said that she was white, that white genes were superior. None about that said that. And then you know it ain't. Throw 22-year-old Rihanna next to old girl. Ain't nobody looking at that chick. Throw 25-year-old Beyonce. Throw Beyonce right now. Throw Beyonce right now next to that chick. Ain't nobody looking at her. She got some tickle bitties, but that's about it. That's what they like about it. She got tickle bitties. So, but we can find a whole bunch of chicks out here who also have great genetics. It has nothing to do with being Caucasian. So the fact that melanated people think that Caucasian people can't have good self-esteem is insane. Like, white people just supposed to walk around here just shitting on themselves all the time, just bad because of what their ancestors did. My ancestors were shit, so I'm shit. My ancestors fucked up, so I'm fucked up. My ancestors, like, who the fuck does that? You're supposed to walk around with a terrible self-view because of what your ancestors did, and you didn't do none of it. That's never going to happen. No one can make you feel like that. So the fact that you think you're supposed to make other people feel like that is crazy. It just is. So anybody should be able to have confidence in themselves. Say how they look. Say that they look good, even if your ass look like fucking Debo. If your ass, even if the girl look like Debo, she should have the self-esteem, self-confidence to say she is the finest motherfucking Debo looking bitch of all time. She better have that confidence, because if she don't, she ain't ever getting no D. She ain't ever getting tapped. I'll tell you that right now. So if you know, if you gotta have that confidence, goddammit. So, and dudes too. Women like guys with confidence. You'll see an ugly ass dude with the fine ass girl. It's about confidence. That dude, she like that dude because he got confidence. And a lot of times, pretty women are the loneliest people, because most guys don't have confidence to walk up and talk to them. But it's the ugly nigga who ain't got shit to lose. So he be like, shit, I don't give a damn. She say no to me. Fuck it. I'm in the same place. Confidence. Like, fuck it. So Caucasian people should have the right to have confidence in their looks, in their genes, without being vilified for it. Because there are attractive Caucasian people, there's attractive Asian people, attractive black people, attractive everybody. Good looks ain't just for melanated people. God damn it, even though we look good at that shit, baby. We look good. We do look good. But it ain't just for melanated people. So this is nigga shit all day. I don't get why someone else's assessment of themselves hurts you. What does that have to do with you? That says more about how you look up to you think of yourself. I don't give you say you the shit, and then I'm like, all right, nigga, I'm the shit. Let's be the shit together. That's what I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna sit at me like you ain't nothing. Blah, 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 blah. That means that I don't have the self-esteem, the confidence. If I gotta tear you down, but if you say you shit, nigga, I'm the shit, nigga. Fuck you, bitch. So that's where we are with it. I got this little game that I play with the homie all the time. Set 2. I'm better than you. Now we don't necessarily mean that, but it's about who can be the wittiest saying this. Because we both know we gods, so we'll just god off and be like, nigga, I'm godder than you. Well, nigga, I'm the goddest. You can be godder, but I'm the goddest of all gods. Well, nigga, well, I'm the goddess in all universes. We'll see who can take it to like, nigga. Well, your goddery is nowhere near my goddery, nigga, because my goddery encompasses all species. We'll do crazy shit like that. So it's a fun game. If you have that type of confidence and self-esteem and know who you are and saying what you say about yourself, you know you're not belittling anyone else, and indulge in the game. I would say it's a very fun game. We do it all the time. Me and the homies, we do it all the time. Because I'm better than you? Is that why? Because I'm better? But again, it's all in fun and games. But everybody, I need you guys to get out here and support. So the first 5 people who ordered the Great Book of Melanin Research today, you'll get 5 decks of cards plus 2 t-shirts. You'll get both t-shirts, volume 1 and volume 2. That's for the first 5 books. You better go in there right now. First 5 books sold, you'll get all 5 decks of flashcards plus volume 1 and volume 2 of the Rapstrology t-shirts. But you better get this book because melanin is real.
What if the real superpower was already inside you? The Great Book of Melanin Research reveals 130 years of scientific studies conducted by governments around the world on you. This isn't fiction. It's real research on melanin uncovering its superconductive, photoconductive, self-protective, and DNA shielding abilities. Yeah, they've known for over a century. Why don't you? Order now and get the exclusive Police Stop Law Package free. That's the Know Your Rights Manual, Constitutional Rights Card, Qualified Immunity Notice and Card, Police Stop Flashcards Volume 1 and 2, the Public Official Bonds Book. Learn how to hold them personally accountable. This is power in your hands, biological and legal. They studied you. Now you study them. Click the link. Get the truth. Get protected. The Great Book of Melanin Research. It's time you knew what they know.
When your star sign aligns with your favorite bars, that's Rapstrology. Available in premium heavyweight, pre-shrunk cotton, designed for durability, comfort, and a fit that lasts. Each one makes a statement in its own way, designed to stand out at concerts, in the studio, or anywhere culture lives. It's more than fashion, it's legacy wear. Rapstrology is about options that speak to your vibe. Every drop connects the zodiac to the spirit of rap, a crossover that's authentic, creative, and conversation starting. Choose from 3 bold text editions, gold, white, and black. Each release marks a new chapter in the Rapstrology story. Volume 1 and Volume 2, Rapstrology tees and hoodies available now.
Too many people walk through life carrying fear, not because they've done something wrong, but because no one ever told them they have rights. When you don't know the law, even ordinary life can feel like a risk. That's why we build Know Your Rights Foundation, a place where the law becomes clear, simple, and yours. Knowledge is your shield. The law is your defense. Start learning today at kyrf.org.
Freedom isn't Freedom isn't free, but it's something we can all carry with us every day. The Constitutional Rights Card is your pocket-sized reminder of the rights that protect you. It's not just a card, it's a shield against injustice. Knowing your rights is the first step in defending them. When you're armed with knowledge, you empower yourself and those around you. Imagine walking into any situation with confidence, knowing exactly what you're entitled to. This card is a tool for awareness, a way to stand firm in the face of adversity. Don't let ignorance be your downfall. Carry the Constitution and let it guide you in defending your rights. Order yours today at kyrf.org and take the first step toward true empowerment.
That's it, people. That's the way you support knowyourrightsfoundation.org. If you want to volunteer to be to know your rights, master this law, be part of the 1 million Johnny Cochran army that we building up. But also the way I need your support is get these t-shirts, get these books, all the stuff that I push, all the merch that I push, realnagas.com. For the t-shirts, you just go to rapstrology.com, takes you straight to the t-shirts. That way you support Volume 1, Volume 2. I've been real busy I'm trying to get out Volume 3. That's why Volume 3 hasn't come out yet. It'll be out pretty soon. Still getting the artist down for it. Got to make sure I got the dopest artist on this one as well. But Volume 3 will be coming out real soon. Everybody likes these. I like the way you like them. So I appreciate you guys for giving the good feedback on them. But that's the way you support. Again, the best way to support is the Great Book of Melanin Research. Get the hard copy. Boom. And you will get the whole Police Stop Law package for free. And like I said, for this next week, I will be giving you the 5 decks of flashcards plus 2 Rapstrology t-shirts, Volume 1 and Volume 2. So, bam. That's Volume 1. Bam. And Volume 2. Boom, right there. We got Left Eye, and and Lauryn Hill. Shout out to Left Eye and Lauryn Hill and MC Light, 3 of the dopest of all time. So that's the way you support. Appreciate you guys. Also, the Cash Apps. I appreciate the Cash Apps you guys been sending. Did I miss anybody? No, y'all was light on the Cash Apps today. Come on, what that y'all, girl? What's up with y'all? What the hell? No, I'm just kidding. Appreciate everything that you guys do. I'm out of here. I'm hungry as hell. I got an appointment in about an hour, so I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Deuces. Thank all my moderators. Appreciate y'all for holding it down in the live chat. Appreciate y'all. I'm out. Peace.